What's up, guys? It's your boy Blackrue back with another video. Today we're going to be talking LCX partner Icon. But first, cue Indigo Saint. Let's get it. Indigo Saint in the building. Blackrue investing. Let's go.
Who's this producer?
Best believe I was Blackrue investing. With your money, you ain't gotta be guessing. Profits is what we manifesting. So we binge on that Blackrue investing. Best believe I was Blackrue investing. Got course in this race, we ain't resting. We got stocks, we got crypto with a blessing. So thank God for that Blackrue investing. Best believe I was Blackrue investing.
Hey guys, so that was Indigo Saint there. Again, let's pop into this Icon. You can catch me on Gentlemen of Crypto and Benzinga. Information on the times will be below. But let's just pop into this, all right quick. So basically, we're going over all of LCX partners because I believe these guys that are kind of attached to the WEF will stick around for the long term. It's only like one partner that LCX has dropped like a bad habit, and that's Celsius. They no longer even list them on their exchange. They delisted them. So they kind of just dropped Celsius like a bad habit. But I think all of these other partners will kind of stick around. And Icon, man, oh man, Icon. They show huge promise. So first of all, they're really, really, really huge in South Korea, up to the point where they're kind of integrated in the government in South Korea, all these different type of things. But here's an article I found by this guy calling this article called by this company called Bitcoinist. So they found this cryptocurrency analyst at NH Investment and Securities, Park Nok Sun. He told Reuters, a popular investment magazine, if Neo is Chinese Ethereum, Icon is the South Korean Ethereum. Despite the country's regulators forcing its issuance abroad, as Korean exchanges are not prevented from listing such projects, such maneuvers might become one of the world's might become a kind of commonplace in the world's leading cryptocurrency markets. So, Icon is listed on the top South Korean exchanges. And those are called Bit. Let me see where they're at. Bithumb, and Upbit. But I think it's really interesting that analyst called it South Korean Ethereum. And we'll have to do something on the what he called the Chinese Ethereum Neo on another time. But man, oh man, let's just look at the price history of Icon and kind of what we can expect in the next bull market before we get into an article that I found extremely interesting. And then we can get into what they're doing for LCX. So it's sitting at about 30 cents right now, 27 cents. It was as high as $12 when it first came out in 2017, kind of like the height of that bull market, in which there's a halving back then. It dropped all the way down to like 17 cents. Then the next bull market went up to like $2.30 something cents. It's dropped down to 30 cents again. So we can expect it kind of climb back to like at least 225. And where I'm sitting, that's like a 4.8. It's like a 9x from here, right? So I love the circulating supply. It's less than a billion. That's really, really good. So from that simple price analysis, like we got the next bull market a 9x out of it. And believe me, I told you guys, and I'm going to continue to say this, I fully expect the bull market when Bitcoin halves again in May 4th, 2024. So 5/4/24. And usually, generally, it's like 6 months after the halving we started to see some popping. So last time Bitcoin had it was May 2020. So you can see here, this one didn't start seeing some pop up until like a year after that. But we can go to some other coins like maybe Cardano and see some poppage like 6 months after the halving. So I guess that's 6 months after the halving because the halving was in May and then it popped off in December. So that was about 6 months. But let's see Cardano again. Oh, so yeah, about 6 months after the halving, because the halving was in May 2020. So 6 months after the halving, boom, we start seeing some liftoff. And then we have like a year after the halving, we got some real pop offish type stuff happening. So that's something to keep definitely in mind. So halvings in May, we get like 6 months after the halving, we see some pop off, and then a year after halving, we see like totally like almost like the high of the market. Now, no guarantee that might happen this time because it seems to be that it happens all the time like that. Maybe they might decide to start it like 6 months earlier. Maybe it starts January 2024. Who knows? But according to what we've seen, seem like somewhere near the high of the hype is like a year after the halving. But begins to start. Well, actually, it begins to start 2 months after the halving because you can see here it doubled. So, but then it's in full bloom like 6 months after the halving. But that's good to know. So now back into Icon. Now look at this. A deep dive intro into its enterprise use cases. So, digitalized identity. Icon Loop, a leading blockchain technology in South Korea, has released several enterprise focused applications using its blockchain technology, native coin ICX. Blah, 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 blah. So they joined forces with Korean Financial Investment Association to develop Chain ID, the world's first blockchain-based joint authentication services for the financial industry. So you can use your ID, and your blockchain is actually based into the ID, your ID, and it's like automatic know your customer KYC. So your ID is actually on the blockchain. It's crazy, right? So then we have Booth. Booth is digital certificate management solution created by Icon Loop. It supports digital certificate insurance, storage, and verification. Ensures that every digital certificate is unique, hence protects any possibility of falsification. The Seoul Metropolitan Government was an early user helping to test Booth prototype. The Seoul Metropolitan Government appointed its members blockchain governance team using Icon. So this is the first official record of a Korean government entity interacting with public blockchain. So it seems like they actually appointed government officials via the blockchain. Can you imagine our president being chosen by the blockchain, right? So having elections actually kind of be fair on a blockchain, right? Because believe me, and I'm not just talking about what happened with Biden and them. There was some stuff that happened with Bush and Gore too. So both sides. Don't think I'm a D or R, Democrat or Republican. I don't go either side. I'm trying to get what's best for the people. So just so you know, there was something that happened with Bush and Gore. Then there was something that happened with Trump and uh, uh, Joe. All right, so don't go there, guys, or don't. Yeah, just don't go there. So Korea's largest online job application, Samarin HR, began using Booth to certify our applicants' academic and professional credentials. So there's one thing, and then here's Digital Pass. Visit Me is a visitor check-in and management service. So imagine that you had to use like how we kind of got these passports right now. If you got the jab, so to speak, um, imagine they put that on a blockchain and it says, visit me as a visitor check-in and management service. Service is designed to streamline the process of visitor registration, check-in, and tracking. By the end of September 2020, Visit Me surpassed 100K users, more than and in more than 1,000 businesses implemented the service. This includes local cafes, restaurants, major hotels such as the Hilton and the Conrad during the pandemic. So again, they're doing kind of the passport thing, which is what they were trying to do here, but it didn't kind of fly. It didn't kind of fly. It didn't fly in America. Did fly in Canada, apparently in South Korea too. So blockchain payments via IC Coin, the now fintech. So they did that. Decentralized finance on a blockchain. They have non fungible tokens. And okay, here are additional uses. Developing a system to allow electronic government to citizen integration, the same to allow various jurisdictions from cities to nations to facilitate citizen involvement via information and communication technology. So basically, you got like a blockchain license almost. Election, like I said, with the elections, chronic disease type deal. So if you've been smoking or something, it's going to be on a blockchain. Ooh, oracles, and somewhere also they said that even like the students' diplomas were issued through the blockchain. Let me see if I can find that. University. Okay, so they say here, since the launch of it, the Pohang University of Science has benefited from using Icon, and the bank has, but I want to see where they said they issued diplomas. Okay, here it is. The Pohang University of Science and Technology issued diplomas to 828 new graduates with Booth. Given the threat of Rona, the university canceled graduation and gave students the option to receive their diplomas online via blockchain. So I can see why this would be very, very, very interesting to WEF. They wanted to have like the passports and all of that. So, I could see why that could be very, very useful for them. Um, let's see here. Okay, now let's get exactly what they're going to do for LCX. So, South Korea could be a blueprint for what the WEF actually wants to do. That could be. So, exchange of knowledge and sharing of insights on security token infrastructure, because Icon and LCX want to innovate on a security token infrastructure, which I'm assuming security as in like an ID, stuff like that, just like the stuff we just heard, right? Um, or it could be a security token, as in like a security, like, a digital security, like, I don't know, stocks and bonds. It could be that too. So, working closely together to develop new standards for tokenized assets and how it can interconnect with other blockchains participating in the Icon network. sharing of operational infrastructure in Liechtenstein and South Korea. So continue to expand our partnership ecosystem to add more value for our customers. Partnering with Icon allows us to deliver more innovative solutions in the long run, starting with security tokens, standards, and cross-chain blockchain payment capabilities. So it looks like LCX is kind of getting their fingers in with all different people and blockchains over the world. And these guys are kind of saying also, hey, we're getting in with LCX, we're getting in good with the WEF. Pretty much we're going to be left alone because we follow the regulations. So you guys, I think that's a good video for right now. Check out the previous video I did on Constellation. Where is that over here? So definitely like and subscribe with the channel. It's darkhorsewatcher.com. And yeah, check out the video I did on the partner Constellation. And check out some of my previous videos here. Guys, peace.